So welcome back to my channel. This is Gamer Dom, and this is one of my favourite tanks now in the game. This is the Japanese Superobese Tier 9 super heavy tank, the Type 4 heavy. This thing is just a joy to play. It doesn't matter what tier. If you can get top tier and you're up against, I mean, bearing in mind it's a Tier 9 and you're up against Tier 7s, this thing can be absolutely dominant. But even in a Tier 9 matchup like this, it's fine as well. So that's why I love it. It's very forgiving. People will moan, and I've seen some of the big name contributors moaning about HE guns having no skill. Well, screw you, I don't care. It's fun. It's a derp. And this thing to me is like the Prince of Derp. The King of Derp is obviously the KV2. This is a prince because it's an absolute beauty to play with. Now, up until, was it 917, it wasn't that much fun to play because you couldn't use the derp gun, which was a really odd thing because in all the early tiers, the Japanese super heavy tanks had this 150mm cannon, and then you got to Tier 9 and you weren't allowed to use it anymore. You had to use an AP gun, which is kind of weird because a lot of the lines are about learning the skills of playing the tanks, and so that when you get to the higher ones you've got an idea because they all have a sort of progression. Well, a lot of them do. And then you went from having one sort of style of play, big derpy gun, to sort of an AP gun that required a bit more aim time, bit of aiming and what have you, and I think that was one of the reasons why the Type 4 and the Type 5 were very seldom played by people. So anyway, they buffed it, increased the frontal armour on both these tanks, so they're absolute brutes, and they can carry this 150mm cannon. It's a slow loading gun. I've got a very good crew here with rammer, and it's over 20 seconds, but when it hits hard. Now, the thing you have to try and do with it, because it is slow loading, is you do need to make sure every shot counts, because you can get swamped in this, and this is why I was a little nervous about pushing around here because there's only me and the Lurv. However, we got a grill and something else sitting on the back there. Oh, hello, Mr. IS3. I wasted the opportunity there. Should have taken the shot before I fired when he pulled back. And that's what I say about wasting shells. I'm now going to wait nearly 21 seconds to reload again. Luckily, the IS3 is not in a position to take advantage of my reload, but you do have to worry. So I'm getting in front of this Lurv because I've got armour against these boys. He hasn't. There's only one IS3 that we know of, but that's unlikely they're alone. That he's alone, even they're alone. I'm giving it away now. There's the baby. Bounce, bang into his frontal plate. But I get hit in return by their artillery, which was not what I wanted at all. Here comes another IS-3. A little pack of them. Oh, there's the Type 4 heavy as well from the enemy team. Nice shot into the side of the turret of the IS-3. Another whatever. Oh, and bounced a shot from a Borsig there. Okay, so let's take stock. Got to pull back because the Leo died there, pushed too far up against two IS-3s, a Type 4 heavy, and with artillery and a Borsig behind. Probably wasn't the wisest thing to do, considering statistically he's quite a good player. So I'm pulling back. I do not want to be isolated here. I can't afford to be. As I say, one of the big problems with this gun, or this tank generally, is that yeah, you get one good hit, but then you get surrounded and taken down by a multitude of enemy tanks because they just swarm you. Bounce that IS-3, pulling back. I'm just trying to get. Here comes the other IS-3. Put a shell into him. He bounces a shell on me, but tracks me in the process. I'm wiggling my turret as much as I can to make it harder for them to concentrate. There goes the artillery again, another 500 hit. Oh, and there's the Type 4 heavy. And he hits me for 200. Blocked another IS-3 shot. Gotta take some of these boys down, really. Back of the turret of the Type 4 heavy is a nice one to do, which is good. Only 200 could have done with the penetration. It doesn't carry well, it carries a special high damage HE shell, this Type 4 Heavy, but I don't tend to use it very often. So the IS is behind me. Going to concentrate on one. Bounce the shell off my arse. Right, I'm going to go for this guy here because I can ram him to death. There we go, he's down. Got the other IS behind me. Turn around, see whether we can get him before he concentrated on the CDC, which was to my advantage, and there we go. The IS-3's down. I don't think I hit him. Unfortunately, I think it was that grill took him down. So we're losing the game though. It's 7 plays 10, but I've done nearly 2,000 damage, blocked 2,000. And really I decided to come back around this way for 2 reasons. One, because I know that we've got TD sitting around the base, also that Batchat's back there. And secondly, I don't want to get hit by their artillery. The artillery is what's going to give me the heebie-jeebies. T-57 Heavy got taken down. I got spotted by somebody. Now this thing is the size of a continent, so it does get spotted very, very easily. So the only thing I really fear, the T-30 can do me some damage. But the STB-1 can probably cause me a few headaches. So I'm trying to get back to try and support the guys in the middle around the cap. Oh, there's the Lerv. Hello, Lerv. That's something I can take on. It's not a fair matchup, really. Side scrape. Good idea, buddy. Good idea. His return shot. Oh, and there's the STB-1. Okay, he gets taken down by our Jag Tiger, which is very useful indeed. That means I can be very aggressive on this Lerv, bounce his shot, but I don't need to worry because the grill comes back and we're getting back to where we should be. Oh, we're winning. There goes the T-30s down, taken out by our artillery. So suddenly it's 12-10. It was looking really, really tight. There we go, 13-10. So this should be in the bag, should be, but you can never be 100% certain. So there's the Borsig somewhere around here. Last time we saw him, he was back towards their base. He probably hasn't gone much. Well, he may have moved forward. Oh, did move forward. He takes out our grill, but he's got a long reload probably, and I can take a shot from him. I'm on 800 damage, whereas he cannot really. Oh, there we go. Look at that. One-shotting the Borsig. How do you like those puppies? And people worry about artillery, eh? Oh well. Enough of that argument. So 3,400 damage, blocked 4,000. We know there's one artillery left, but he's just killed himself because he's a pansy. Oh, I love the King of Derp, the Type 4 Heavy. What a fun tank that is when you've got HE gun loaded. Wow. I mean, that Borsig just absolutely annihilated the poor guy. Look at that. 1,100, so basically full strength hit to kill him. Unbelievable. So it's first class. We got Arsonist, we got Shellproof, Fire for Effect, Bruiser, Steelwall of course, and Cool Headed. Finished up with 3,449 damage, 2 kills for 1121 base XP. Fired 8 shots, hit with 7, penned with, well, did damage with all 7, and also got some splash damage on somebody else for that 3,500 damage. We took 17 shots, only 3 of which penetrated, so we blocked 4,350. 51,000 credits after cost, didn't fire any premium or anything, gave me 28,500 profit, which is okay, and 33,000 experience with the ×2 of the day. Type 4 Heavy. Well, I haven't got the Type 5 yet, so I'm going to call it the King of, well, Prince. Let's call it the Prince of Derp. Yeah, Prince of Derp. So we're off again in the Derp wagon, the Prince of Derp. On Fisherman's Bay, it's a tier 10 game, and this is why I love this thing, because I don't really care whether it's a tier 10 matchup or not. yeah, we're just as effective. I mean, the only thing with the tier 10 is that the mediums are more likely to pen you, especially when they're firing gold, which invariably the super unicums need to use. Because although they're super, all they care about is their stats. So firing gold is the way to protect your stats, isn't it? Anyway, bitter, not. Yes, completely. So, starting by going a very, very wide route, trying to get behind this sort of raised road here. And that's because I found that if I go sort of where that defender is, what's happened to that defender happens. You get shot at by things that poke over, particularly in these higher tier games with big, fast-moving heavy gun tanks. They come piling through the middle there, where that bat chat was last seen at E6, and they spot you, and next thing you know you've lost half your health or more, especially when you're moving in such a slow-moving vehicle as this thing is. So I come as wide as I can now, get over this sort of mini road, and head on up. Now if you notice, our bat chat artillery is trying to climb up and he's calling for some help. I don't normally bother, but I thought, well, if it helps him being more effective in this game, then so be it. But I'm not going to waste any time. If he isn't in the right place or I can't get him up there, I'm not going to waste time. So nearly turned him over, which wouldn't have been very clever. So I think, screw this, I'm leaving him. I need to get up and then get involved in the game, because there's a lot. Oh, there's a Martian coming through. That's a bit of a brute. So I need to get up here and get this derp gun firing. At the end of the day, you can help out your buddies or help out your teammates to a degree, but you know, you got to play the game, and there's things to be derped. So I'm still carrying on round the outside. Round the outside. Okay. Don't want to sing, Dom. You really don't. You'll lose hundreds of subscribers. It's great when you're doing the Type 4 heavy commentaries, because it takes so long. You can meander about all kinds of garbage while you're doing it. Hello, can we see that? Oh, we briefly had an outline, but he's pulling back. So, and here's some customers for 150mm shell. VK over there. There's a 113. Come behind this VK on our team. See if we can get up there. Been spotted, which shows those boys out. There's the 113's just hit me. Aim. Not fully aimed. Some damage on the VK. You know, it's good enough. That'll do. 270. Blocking shots. They really can't hit. I don't think they'll be able to pen me at this range. They need to be able to hit certain weak spots, and I'm not sure they can. Right, I don't want to block out our IS-7. He's doing a good job side scraping. I'm going to try and keep his flank covered against those guys out there on the right, but they look like they've pulled right back. So let's see what we can do. IS-7's going forward, so let's support him. Oh, hello, Martian. Did nothing to him at all. Critical hit though. We did 500 on that IS-7. Jeez, those Martians are evil tanks. He's quite well angled, and he's got very, very thick frontal armour, so even the 150mm is going to struggle. Keeping an eye out in case those VKs pop out behind the IS-7. Another shot, bounce his shot, he bounces my shot, he's firing APCR at me. Oh, the artillery, thank you very much. They only splashed me, thankfully. And this is the problem in big stupids like this. Oh, and the Martian's stuck outside on. We can have a bit of him then. Reloading a premium shell. Premium shell doesn't do... he's dead. Premium shell just does extra splash, effectively. A bit extra damage. They're quite expensive, and I don't usually bother to use them, but I thought, what the hell. Oh, the VK 101p. Put a nice shell into his lower plate. Take a shot from their back chat, which is not great. Wiggle a bit just because it puts off the aim. There we go. We're reloaded. He fired just as we reloaded, which was unlucky for him. Can we get a shot into his side? Just the reload on this thing is so... yeah, no good angling, buddy. It's not going to help. It's not going to help against me. It might help against the IS-7 or what have you, but... okay, so he hits me this time, 500 hit with an APCR round. Ouch, that hurt. But we wrap him up, get hit by the artillery and by the other VK. No, the VK didn't fire me. Now, there he did. Takes me down to 28 health. I've lost my ammo rack again. I just repaired it. Something I noticed a lot on this Type 4 is the ammo rack gets knocked out an awful lot. But we've kind of done our job. At the end of the day, the point of the Type 4... Oh, side scrape against me. Yes, please. Another premium shell into his side. Nearly 500 damage. That's the increased power for premium shell. Yeah, the whole point of these tanks, it breaks through tanks, and so you're better off playing it that way. In my mind, you just want to push in, and you know, you've got hit points, you've got quite a lot of armor. Just bulldoze your way through. And sometimes you'll get taken out very, very quickly. Other times, like this one, you'll carry on. And I've bounced 3,600 damage. I've done 1,800 damage that I know of. And we've cracked through the enemy's defences. They had quite a lot of heavy tanks down here, but we've broken through. Now the enemy are winning the other flank, but they've only got 5 tanks left to our what have we got? 11. So, you know, kind of hopefully the game is all over, all bar the shouting. So I'm going to be just ballsy. I'm going to go straight across. Oh, there's the artillery. Spotted him. Don't think I'm going to get a chance to fire. Yeah, fired. Wasted that. I mean, the ammo rack that I've got, my reload time is down to 41 seconds, so not great. But you know, we've carried the game. We've pushed we've pushed our way through. We've done our job. Heavy tank, drive your way through. Never going to get even reloaded before he dies. No, that's just the FV left. Be lovely to get one last shot, but I don't think I'm going to. No, indeed I don't. Game over. GG. Got to love the derp wagon. Oh dear. Yeah, not the most refined weapon in the game, but wow, has it fun. Third class got spotter for that. Shellproof, bruiser, steel wall of course, and Sparta attack. Finished third on the team. 1,792 damage, 1 kill, 866 base XP. Fired 8 shots, hit with 6, did damage with 5. A couple of those shots on the mouse and didn't work. His armour is just too strong. Should have known better, really. Still, I got him in the end, so I got some damage on him in the end, I think, didn't I? Or certainly tracked him. Yeah, I did get one good hit on him. Took out his gun. Well, oh well. 3,600 blocked. 1,400 assistance because of tracking damage, 40,000 credits, near enough. Did fire a couple of the premium HE shells, so I made a whopping profit of 642. Yippee! Would have been a 12.5k loss if I hadn't been running premium, and 2,500 experience with my ×2. This tank is just so much fun. So much fun. Anyway, that's the Prince of Derp, in my view. Let me know what you think. What do you think? Circon and others moan about HE firers and how it's no skill involved. Well, last time I looked, the game wasn't just for the super unicums, it was for other people who want to just have a laugh. So stuff it up your pipe. I love HE shells. I think they're great fun. Yes, you don't need to aim quite so much, but still, to be effective, you need to. You know, if you hit something in the lower plate or something like that has a soft lower plate with an HE shell, you'll make a right mess of it. So, anyway, this is the Prince of Derp in my book, Type 4 Heavy. I can't wait till I get onto its big brother. I've got a crew ready to go for it as well. Oh, still got 100-odd thousand. Mind you, it's not a difficult grind because once you get this top gun, it's just fun all the way. So, anyway, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like and subscribe to the channel. And let me know what you think. Derp or not to derp? That is the question. In the meantime, enjoy your games, have fun, try not to take it too seriously, and I'll see you again soon. Gamerdom, out.